Welcome back. It is day 266 of a road to 2200. We are at 2105. This is our all-time peak. We are fighting to stay over 2100. Let's see what we got in us today. Okay, we found a 2070 and it looks like we have the white pieces, so we're going to play e4, of course, and we have a French defense. So we're going to play our Tirage. Now, they can immediately play, that's a weird move. I don't think I've ever seen that move before. But I'm just going to develop my knight, just play very normal chess, and here I believe the move is just developing the bishop because they cannot take this. Very, very key. So there's no more checks, but they're playing ultra passive. Honestly, I don't really like how they're playing. I'm just going to solidify everything. We're going to go there. We'll just drop the bishop back. Position's very solid. We could short castle. But honestly, should I just short castle? I want to like maybe go for something like this as well. If I go here, is there an immediate counter to it? Here, they can't really push. Let's bring our queen up. And then try to play like bishop here. Takes and checkmate. That's kind of obviously the idea. And if they go here, they weaken their dark squares quite a bit. So let's bring out that bishop. They obviously want to play this, but I'm threatening takes. So they can't play bishop g7 or b7, I guess, in this case. They almost have to play this. Yeah. But now I've got a hook. I do have to be careful of this kind of maneuvering. So I can play here. With what ideas? Castles, bishop here. And then I want to play h4, h5, but I can't. I could play h4 right now. Bishop here, and then play like knight d2. Let's go for that. Let's play h4, bishop b2, knight d2. Knight d2, we need to stop the bishop from arriving on the e4 square, of course. That would be a little bit unpleasant. And they really want to rip the position open. So can I take now, bishop takes, and just play h5? I mean, after takes, if they take like this, I have rook takes, queen takes, check, king here, checkmate. So I should be able to just push my pawn. Or do I have, wait, do I have to take first? What did I literally just say? Takes, yeah. I think takes, h5. I think this is how we play. We try to rip open that position. And if they take, I take. If they take, I mean, I get to take here with check first. Or actually, I take here with check first, then takes. And I'm infiltrating. Yeah, but I have rook takes. And the king cannot take due to checkmate. So we'll be sacking the rook on h7, which is not capturable. I think we're a little bit faster here. Yeah, the bishop has to go back, but now I should be able to just take. Threatening checkmate once again. Actually, wait, I can just take. If king takes, I have check. King back and checkmate. So we actually sack the rook twice. And if they don't take, I just sack it again. King back and then check. Boom! Look at that. A new peak. 21-12. That is pretty sexy. And we did it in pretty nice fashion. We got a nice brilliant move. 86.4% accuracy. Opponent played with a 71. Apparently bishop e7 is book move, but I've never seen it. I probably have. I'm probably lying, but it's weird, okay? Anyways, we have this kind of position. I just bring the bishop back. We're slightly better. Yeah, look at this. We're actually playing all the best moves. However, instead of knight back, I should have played bishop in. But I didn't know what to do on this. Well, I guess, yeah, but I didn't want to give them the bishop. I guess if they take the bishop, I just take here. And then if they try to, like, save the bishop, I have takes, the tempo. Okay, fair enough. But I get takes, push, takes, and after they capture like this, I thought that they should probably play like something like this, and I was going to take, but they have rook takes here. And then the queens see each other. It's actually really unpleasant. I'm just completely lost. But they blunder, and I have the nice rook takes h7, because if they take, there's checkmates. Which is why, after bishop here, I can once again sack. But I guess this is just better, although I thought they'd just go something like this. And now it's saying rook here. Oh, for checkmate, of course. Duh. But I think, I mean, if they take, there's just check and checkmates. So, double rook sack for the new peak, 21-12. We have to play another one. If, you know, I'm not going to lie, if this was not being recorded for only 7 minutes, I'd probably be like, nope, we're riding these peaks. But we can't be putting out 7-minute videos. 2180. And we're going to be playing our trusty Caro-Kann. Exchange? Yeah, okay, we have an exchange variation. So, ooh, Panov, interesting. Let's develop our knight. If they go here, we play a6. This is what I like to play against these types of positions. Now, I believe we're going to play like g6 and bishop g7, trying to really just put the pressure on this square. Yeah, go here. They've developed their bishop. At some moment, I can take this. I actually might need to play bishop here. And then maybe we're going to move, putting pressure on the center. Bishop here, there might be queen here. Knight here, there's a check. Come back. I could also just castle right now. They're not threatening to win the pawn, so I think just castles makes a lot of sense. Queen here, maybe there's just takes. I don't know. Maybe not. But okay. I could also... Oh, okay, they go for this. So now this is a permanent weakness. And I immediately have this to threaten the pawn. The only issue, I guess they're going to go here. But what I was going to say is the only issue is that they're going to have a desperado at the end. Opening this up. Maybe I just play knight here. We're trying to remove a defender. Yeah, let's just bring our bishop out. And now if they play queen here, I have queen c8. Well, I would take first, of course. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the knight. And now, I guess I can't play there. Shoot. I guess I could play knight back, losing this. Let's play ultra solid. e6. I have a feeling like they're gonna go here, and I need to move my queen. And then I want to move the knight and pressure this. Bishop in. Ooh. Scary move. guess I just move the rook, maybe play bishop back. Let's try to get rid of that. We're threatening to win a pawn, so they're probably going to move this backwards. They trade. So king takes might be the way. I don't see a way that they can attack this immediately. Let's take with the king. Trying to come here. Let's just step up with the king and protect all those squares. Now, I feel like we should have quite a decent position here, but it's not so obvious how I really attack and make progress here. I could play h6, just never letting the queen in. I need to put pressure on this. I don't know if I can play b6. Because after takes, I'm just fixing their pawns. Although, maybe then they could be easily targeted. b6, do they have anything? Knight here, maybe takes. They have a nice outpost. I can immediately attack them though. Okay, let's try to undermine that. Let's go b6. They might play something like b4, and then maybe I play a5. But then they have push. Okay, they go for this. Let's take. Knight here, and then my plan was to immediately just attack this. Trying to get the rook involved. Makes sense. So if I take rook takes queen up, they're going to be able to infiltrate. I don't want to lose this pawn either. Well, there's no attacker to it, so I could go queen c8. Knight here, though, opens up an attack. So maybe I just play queen b6, hanging this, of course. Let's not do that. Maybe I get the knight here. Let's get the knight out of danger and try to play knight f5, because they have an isolated pawn now. I do have to be careful though, like... I don't want to trade. Oh, I would love to trade everything, I guess. Hey, the queen coming in is a little bit scary. Let's bring up her knight. I gotta play quicker. Okay, rook there. I want to play this, but I need to take first. Takes. If pawn takes, then I can bring the rook. Rook takes, I go queen here. I'm a little bit worried about like the rook infiltration. Okay, let's take. I should be okay. The question is, do I want to trade? Oh, they take with... Okay, I don't know about that. It does make sense. But let's put pressure on it immediately. If they push again, I can play queen c7, takes. Let's offer a queen trade. And then just try to double. Maybe now I can go here. This push takes, rook takes, push. Let's move our knight. Let's attack the bishop. The bishop's going to go to this square, actually. Arguably, probably not the greatest. No, they can't go there. If they go there, I just take it. That would be fine. And if they leave the bishop there, I'm just going to take. So they go all the way back. Right here, they push. And then I can go here. Their pawns are pretty scary, not gonna lie. Oh. Push that pawn. Hold this all together. Bishop takes. They're winning this pawn. Shoots. I blundered. Now they can just go there, I think. Yeah, this is completely lost now. I have to just go for counterplay on the back rank. But they're just going to push their pawn. Okay, let's go here. Push, rook in. They're not promoting with check or anything, so could be an issue. Just threaten to take that. Oh, shoot. Maybe they'll blunder mate in one. Who knows? That'd be kind of funny, but I don't think so. I think they just like give a check and then hunt me out in some manner. Or they can just capture that, of course. GG. Well, that's sad. I think we had a pretty good game. Opponent played with an 88. I played with a 79. Solid little Caro-Kann here. They played the Panov, which I haven't seen in a little while. And we do have a better position here, but we need to play knight here. Just opening up the bishop for the attack. And then, I mean, going backwards with the knight was not good. I should have put my queen in, attacking their pawns. Slightly better for us, but we needed to play a5. We were too slow to play a5, splitting their pawns, and then we could have took if they took. They should go here, and then I play knight here. So I was just too slow, and then I just blundered the pawn. That's where I went wrong. Let's play another one. I'm feeling the chess. 2161, joined 15 days ago. No bueno. Alex, 21-24, e4. Now, if we do lose this one, we will be below 2100 again, but that's okay. We got the open Sicilian here. Takes, and e6. E6, e6, e6. So, are they trying to play d5? I've been looking at lines where I play like bishop here. I don't think it's this line though. Bishop out or d5 is possible. So I need to play like c4 or bishop c4, I think. I just don't know which one I want to do. Boo. I go here. Is there any... You know what? We're going to go ahead and play bishop c4. I guess they can immediately attack it, but... if they do that, I'll just go back. But then... Oh, they immediate? What? I guess they just get d5, but they have an isolated pawn. I didn't really think that would be that great for them. Let's just throw in this check because I can. Which doesn't really actually make a lot of sense, to be totally honest, because I have this piece hanging and this piece hanging. Which forces me to take. Which isn't entirely what I wanted to do. But okay, but okay. Bishop back, and we're not in the position that we wanted. I don't think. Not at all. Because my opponent played d5. It's just as simple as that. We're going to castle short. Get the bishop out. Just going to move it back. If they want to commit to this, that's fine. I imagine we're going to see some rook here. No, they push their pawn up the board. Interesting. I guess I could play rook here. If they protect, I have takes, and they're forced to take like this. So maybe we play rook e1. They can also put the knight in the center of the board, but after takes, we're winning material. Knight here. Let's just develop our knight. Okay, the queen attacks. We don't love that. We don't love that at all. But, let's see. I have this move. I could also just play here. The bishop here pins, though. Let's go for this and then some b3 action. Knight on the edge of the board's not really that great, but you know. Okay. Oh. Or we can just do that. We have to take now. Because they were hitting both pieces, for anybody wondering. And then I have to play knight back. I don't want to lose any pawns. Position's not the greatest. I have to go here if I want to protect it. But they're going to win this pawn. So I almost just have to say screw it and just try to attack my opponent here. Like, let's get our queen out. Knight takes is probably the best move here. But queen here might happen. What I'm thinking, potentially, is if they take, I can sack my rook. Okay, but they don't. Can I sack my rook anyways? takes, and then play queen here. I mean, check king here. Check. This is held. Let's just take. And now I'm going to put my rook here with the simple idea of sacrificing, but okay. We don't get that. I don't want to trade. Maybe a rook lift, threaten check. So then it's accessible if needed, and then doubling, potentially. Okay, the rook infiltrates. I'm going to develop my rook here. We're threatening check, so my opponent's got to do something about that. And then maybe we have like rook g3 instead of this whole rook sack idea. They can, of course, take and if they want, but I didn't really think that they would have anything. So if I play rook here... Okay, I want to go back to this idea. Takes, queen here. No, there's nothing there. Rook here threatens the pawn. How do you protect it? Rook here, I guess you play queen f4. Rook here, you go back. So I should probably not allow... If I go here, they're just going to play this. I don't like that. Maybe I can push this pawn rather. Let's attack the queen. They can't take due to discovered check. I want the bishop to protect the b1 square because they wanted to play rook b1. Trading off more pieces while being up a pawn. And now if the queen does not stay along this diagonal and has access to this square, which of course it goes there. So basically I go here, they go here as their idea. Here is a forced queen trade. We don't want that. Queen here stops that, so, but they're protecting. And also, I guess I just gave them that with check. Which makes no sense to me, but I did it. And here we are. There's no rook sack, or there's no checkmate, but it's not the nicest looking thing in the world. There might be some takes. Rook here, I have rook f1. You can just go back, but then rook f1. And I occupy the g5 square. It is not so simple. Yeah, but I have rook f1. Now your queen must leave, and I take, threatening checkmate. Oh no. They can take. If I take, there's no checkmate. The queen protects it. Oh, okay, so they're just going to play this position. Okay. We got this. Let's, there's nothing on the back rank. Let's just go here. I just step up with the king. No problem. The rook's protecting everything. My opponent resigns. Let's go. Okay, so our risk paid off, but that was scary. That was very scary. We got 3 games, new peaks. We lost a game, but, you know, that's okay. That's okay. 2 wins and that first win for our first peak. was beautiful, I must say. Double rook sack. 77.7% accuracy in this game. 73.7 for my opponent. Another open here. Although, I don't know if this is really that great. We should maybe play something different to try and control this square. But okay, we play bishop here, and then we should have played bishop b5. But yeah, this was just not really what I was looking to get, but played on, and then they should have went here. Takes, and then if I play this, my rook hangs. Okay. I see. And then this is a blunder if they just attack my queen. Knight here, and then it just wants me to sack them, get my queen out, because the queen is trapped. But okay, they go for this, and then I was desperately trying not to trade, and then I sacked the pawn because, you know, they couldn't take the pawn, and it was saying go back because it sensed the danger incoming. Queen there. Check was actually not the best move, and then we have rook f1, and taking's a blunder. I did think that maybe you have something like this, but yeah, this would actually be a lot harder for me to play, and it actually says black's better. But they take, and yeah, this is good. This is good. We're gonna win. They can't really get at anything. We're gonna try and infiltrate. Actually, I don't really see how I'm gonna play. I mean, I need to target this pawn basically. Like, I don't know. You go here, I go here. If you attack this pawn, I don't really care, to be honest. I guess I could play something like this, but then they're gonna go here. No, they can't go there. So if this takes rook here, I want to start pushing my pawn. That is my whole idea here. It says king up, I would move my queen, push, something like this. But okay. 21-14. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hopefully we can keep this up on the incoming days. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.